Hi, everybody. This is Peggy Arvidsson, your life purpose coach and guide. Today, we are raising the hands of Mary Kieran of Dolce Vita Consulting. Mary is a soon to be newly minted certified hand analyst, and she found my site while doing some research, I think. And this just goes to show you no matter how much information we have from our hands, we do like outside information. So, Mary's question today is, what do you see in my hands that might speak about my strengths and challenges in the startup and running of a successful business? I have a new website, dolcevitaconsulting.com, that is still evolving, and I need to bring focus and clarity to the authentic me that wants to serve the highest good of all my future clients. Great questions, Mary. So much information in those questions, right? So much information in our hands, as you know. Now, I'm not privy to your life purpose. I don't have a close up of your fingerprints. That's okay. You know what your life purpose is, and that's the key. Today, we're talking about your business, your new business, your baby business, and how you can nurture it so that you can find success in the terms that you define success to be, and you can serve the highest good of your clients. The first question I have is to be very clear on who your best clients are so that you can be in alignment with their highest good. I personally believe that we all incarnated on this earth for a purpose. How we manifest that purpose is different for each of us. Even if we had the same purpose, several of my clients have the life purpose of love and emotional authenticity, that manifests in many different ways based upon the other information in their hands and their life experience that they have sought out. So when I think about the highest good of my clients, I set my intention for the highest good, but that's sort of a woo-woo, way out there term. And you know I love some woo-woo. But we need to be clear, what is that? What is your highest good? Because really that's all we can align with is your highest good. And the clients that resonate at that energy will come to you. And the clients that don't won't come to you. And that's perfectly fine because their highest good and your highest good could be completely different definitions and manifestations. Two things that I notice in your hands that I want to talk about for you. I know you've been studying your hands and looking at your hands and looking at your colleagues' hands for a long time now, probably a whole year. This thumb, your right thumb, and I think you said you're right hand dominant, but you express your left hand more in the world. It could be the other way around. So that's up to you. I want to point out that your right hand, whether it's you in the world or you at home, your thumb has a tendency to bend over backwards to put other people's needs and time ahead of your own. I say that because of the way that it's hooking back. You also may be holding on to some old information, old beliefs. They're not serving you anymore, but it's hard to let go. It's hard to move forward. So, with the bending over backwards to other people's time and needs and goals above your own, that obviously can be a challenge for anyone, but certainly for a new business owner. That means you might be answering the phone or setting appointments at times that are not convenient for you nor conducive to your best and highest and most authentic self. So I encourage you to set hours and processes and rules, boundaries, if you will, that work for you. That'll help you and your clients understand where you stand, where they stand, and what the rules are. If I know my favorite restaurant isn't open on Tuesday nights, I can stand outside the door all I want and stamp my feet and get mad and cause a scene and say I'm going to tell all my friends how horrible it is that they're not open on Tuesday night, but they're not going to open on Tuesday night, no matter how much I whine. Same is true for you. You don't have to be open at all hours. You don't have to take appointments when it's not convenient for you. I want you to keep that in mind. The other point that I want to talk to is, since you mentioned that your website is evolving, I'm wondering if you're spending a lot of time tweaking it to make it look just so. We all know a picture is worth a thousand words. We all know that we are drawn to what we like when we like it. Some people like lots of pictures on their walls, some people like none. Some people still like those flashing doohickeys on websites with cats singing and things like that. I'm not one of them, but some people do. So we're never going to appeal to everyone with our website or with our brochure or with our message. The key is our message. Go back to your purpose. Look at your gift markers. And most especially, revisit what your lesson is so that you know who you are at your most authentic. And speak for that woman, speak to that woman in the voice that sounds like you, not the voice that sounds like everybody else who's doing consulting and coaching and life purposing. There's a lot of us out there, but I only want to work with my perfect people, and I know you only want to work with yours. So when we see these two making such a nice little match set and such a low set Apollo finger too, Apollo and Saturn together, says to me you may be concerned about what people are going to say about the work you do. And you're very worried about being authentic. I say rather than worry about authenticity and what it looks like, just be it. Do you hear that? Just be it. Be authentic. Don't tell people you're being authentic. They'll know. No matter how pretty the website is or how flowery the language. And I haven't been there. I've purposely stayed away from your website despite your pleas because I don't want to be making statements based upon what I've seen or what I've observed. I simply want to talk to you and the hands based upon your question. Now, interestingly enough, on your left hand, we've got a little more space. It's almost like Apollo saying, well, the heck with you. The heck with you, Saturn. I don't care what you're worried about. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to get my appreciation, my approval, and my applause, and I'm going to do it on my terms. So finding a way to merge those together where perhaps, I think some sense of fear and the inner editor is always good for keeping us grounded, but we can't let the resistance win, as Stephen Pressfield says. So find that balance when you can say, this is enough. I don't need to tweak anymore. What I need to do is create amazing products and services for my perfect people. That's what you can do to make this business successful. It's clear to me that you have a nice, intuitive sense. I don't know if you talk about that or you don't talk about that with your clients. If they know that your guidance, your consulting, your wisdom, I don't know what kind of consulting you're doing. You may be consulting with restaurants, so tell them to open up on Tuesdays for me, or hairdressers, or individual entrepreneurs, or perhaps education teachers. It doesn't matter what kind of consulting you're doing, as long as you are trusting your intuition to tell you how to approach these people, which people to approach in that realm, and which people to leave alone. Which people are just trying to yank your chain, because no sense spending any time with those people. It's time wasted. So those are key issues that I've noticed that I think can put you in the right direction. I'm looking forward to seeing what Dolce Vita Consulting does and who you help from their highest good and your highest good. And congratulations on your year long. That's a big accomplishment. I certainly know that. So I look forward to hearing more from you, and I encourage everybody to take a look and give Mary your feedback. Again, this is Peggy Arvidsson. If you want to raise your hand, click on the link and send your hands in.